Saturday. Today, I have the Ascended with me, and this will be very exciting. Freedom is only found in the present moment. It's the only place that you can ever actually find freedom, is in the present moment. The you that you were taught to think you were supposed to be is not the you that you really are. And you've been taught to be a lot of things from this world. You've been taught to be afraid, you've been taught to be excited, you've been taught to be many things. But who you really are can only be discovered and realized fully in the present moment. It's not something you're going to discover 6 months from now. You're not going to know who you are 6 months from now. You can remember who you've been, and most of that was just, again, following what people told you, but who you are can only be discovered in the present moment. I want to thank the Ascended for being present with us today. It's going to be very exciting. We're going to do a short meditation in a little while, essentially on getting into the present moment. Really simple. We do not do complex. We like things to be very simple. Life was not made to be a complex process. It was made to be a simple process of creation that you were born into and I was born into. We came into this world. We came into this world not in suffering. We came into this world in love. I strongly believe that. And all of these beings confirm that. We came here to experience creation and creating. So welcome. Good morning and welcome. This is a brand new day. So the Ascended, their statement is very simple. You can only find yourself in the present moment. You will not find yourself somewhere else. And if you cannot get your attention in the present moment, you're going to be stuck in the past present or a future past present. And what does that really mean? It means most of what you are thinking right now has nothing to do with the moment. It has more to do with what you remember about what is life to you right now. Most people are living in memory all the time, or they're living in a future based on their memory. Very few people live in the present moment. Do you live in the present moment? Good morning. How you doing? Living in the present moment is so important. You're free in the present moment. It's the only place you're going to find freedom. You're not going to find freedom from your government. You're not going to find freedom from your mom or your dad. You're going to find freedom in the present moment. When you can bring your awareness into this present moment, right here, right now. And what does that feel like? What does freedom feel like? It means your mind is not capturing your attention with memory or fear and worry about the future. Being free means you are not governed by your mind. Rather, you are consciously and deliberately choosing, considering, weighing, measuring the nature and quality of thought that you wish to give attention to. It is very important you understand that you, as awareness, live in the present moment. You, as awareness, live in this present moment. As a mind, you live in the past or you live in a future, both of which don't actually exist anymore. The past is a memory. The future hasn't even occurred yet. You live in this present moment. You live in this present moment. To truly comprehend, understand, and experience what we're saying about living free in the present moment affords you the opportunity to move into the realm of deliberate and intentional creation. You are not simply following what you've been taught to follow. You are able to reason and think in a way that allows you to string together ideas, images, and thoughts that creatively support and sustain you in the present moment and the moments to come. You do not have to concern yourself with your future if you understand the nature of what you are being in this present moment. If you are being in a state of joy in this present moment, we can assure you that that will perpetuate a state of joy in what you call your future, because you will be creating it from what you are being in the present moment. If you are considering and remembering and weighing memories from your past, you will recreate your past in your future. And we call that creating a future past. Just as many of you in this moment are living a past in your present. Many of you are remembering what happened yesterday and wondering if that will happen again today, and you very rarely get the opportunity to live in this present moment. In this present moment, you are truly free to select and choose thoughts and ideas, knowing that the thoughts and ideas that you are choosing exert a creative influence over time, space, and matter to articulate what you call your experience through this physical medium of expression. Do you understand? That the process of deliberately selecting and choosing thoughts, ideas, images, and emotions that you desire, that you truly desire, operate as a creative influence, organizing time, space, and matter to be the experience that you are having. And even if those thoughts, feelings, and emotions were given to you, they will still operate as a creative influence on your life as long as you continue to give them attention. You're not free if you've been taught to believe and think things are a certain way. You're not free from that. You're merely living and repeating what you've been taught to think, feel, and believe. The process of creation requires, deliberate creation requires that you be free to select and choose without being distracted by something other than what you really want to give your attention to. Free in the present moment. And that is our theme for today, being free in this present moment. You did not come into this world from the past. You came into this world in the present. You did not get trapped or encaptured by your past until you began to remember what you were told to remember. That happened at what you call a very young biological age. Between the ages of 3 and what you call 7 biologically, you began to formulate this process of remembering. And then you remembered what is supposed to be now from before, and you forgot the present that you actually came into this world existing in, that place of freedom to choose and create deliberately. Now, the fact that many of you still believe that your past is the way to govern your creative process does not mean that you cannot liberate yourself from your past. It's actually fairly easy to do, but it does require some commitment, some dedication, some focus, some attention, and a willingness to teach your mind and your body to be in this moment with you without their being distracted by either the environment or the internal processes of thought and memory. These internal processes of thought and memory tend to get in the way of people the most. That does not mean that memory is bad or that thoughts about the past are bad. It merely means that if you are using what you remember as a template for creating a new life, you are simply going to be recreating a past from that template, which is a past present or a future past. We hope you are understanding this. Once you understand that you are not able to be bound by your past anymore, that you can live in the present moment and begin to consider and weigh new possibilities for your life, to weigh new possibilities for your life other than the ones that you believe that you have to give attention to, other than what you believe you've been told you are supposed to believe about the world by what the world is telling you. You can function and think independent of what the world is telling you is true or not true. And from that perspective, you move into the realm of what we call deliberate creation. And it is a choice that must be executed consciously by you. The choice to create deliberately will not happen automatically. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much you wait for something or someone in your world to change your life, the process of deliberate creation is an internal one that is executed by deliberate conscious awareness, articulating its attention upon those things it wishes to manifest. And what is it you wish to manifest? What is it you wish to manifest? Many of you do not even know what is right for you. Many of you are still eating the wrong foods. Many of you are still doing the wrong things. Many of you are still acting in ways that do not support nor sustain the joy, love, and happiness that you seek to acquire from the world, when all that you seek to acquire exists within your own consciousness. And when you understand that, you will find yourself being completely liberated from what was before. And it is fairly simple in that regard. Learning to differentiate yourself from what was to what is in this moment, there is only your consciousness. And when there is only your consciousness in this present moment, you are liberated from the past when you can be in the present. The realm of creation begins not from memory, but from an act of free choice, free will, deliberate creation. You have these faculties that are at your disposal that you must learn to remember how to use. So much of what you believe you know is based upon your 5 physical senses, and yet everything that you truly need to know is based upon your ability to create. This world is not a random event. It did not just come out of a void of nothingness. It came as an effect of a creative consciousness, just as that body that you're existing in is an effect of a creative consciousness. Just as you see the cities and towns and devices that you've created in your world are effects of a creative consciousness. When you recognize that you are a creative consciousness that is able to function and be and think and feel and imagine independent of what you've been taught to think you are supposed to know, you will be bound by what you already know, and therefore repeating the same things over and over and over and over again. Wow, so this is what's been going on in my head all morning with them, is this need for all of us to learn to be creatively in the present moment, to learn to be dynamically and creatively in this present moment, without distractions from what we remember or what might come or what we think we're supposed to believe, or waiting for someone or something out there to give us permission to be or think or imagine a world that we want to live in. And right now we are so divested as a species of what we are. They're saying it's not, we're not divested of what we are as a species. They're saying that we are in denial of what we are as a species. You have to understand that you deny the very nature of what it is every time you assume that the world is here to provide you with the source of inspiration. You negate the very gifts that you came into this world with, that of creative imagination. Anytime you turn to something outside of that body in order to formulate a better life for yourself, then you had best hope that that which will formulate a better life for you is going to formulate a better life for you. But from what we can observe on your planet today, globally, there is a great disconnect between what you are as a creative intelligence, individually and collectively, and what you are as interdependent intelligence, where you depend upon something outside of yourself to define you. Yet you are here to divine creatively what it is you are as a being, expressively. Wow. Yes. So we're not really in that place of as a whole, our species. Yes. They're saying we are not yet as a whole in a place where we can deliberately affect the nature of change and creation that we are capable of. There is a small handful of you that are able to function on the level of deliberate creation that we refer to. A small handful of you. The rest of you are very dependent upon that small handful for your guidance and inspiration. There are so many of you that must turn within, restore yourself to what you are as a being of creation, not one subjective to the laws of time, space, and matter, but you are a being of creation able to alter the effects of time, space, and matter. Yes. That while there are many of you that are becoming awakened to this, many of you beginning to recognize that you cannot find from this world the very things that you need, the inspiration, the creative expression that you require. The world will not give you what you already possess. It cannot. Nothing that your politicians, nothing that your leaders can say or do can substitute for you the love, the joy, the excitement, and the creative capabilities that you have innately within yourself. There is nothing in this world that can compare to what you are, nor give you any semblance to know what that is. No matter how much money you acquire, no matter how many things you create to give your body comfort, you will not, from any of those things, understand the full scope and magnitude of your creative power and your ability to manifest that which would fulfill you from within yourself. But you cannot get it from the world. You must go within, into that place inside where you are already free in the present moment, creatively to focus and think in such fashions that would lift your heart and allow you to express in ways, to create in ways that you may have never considered or you have forgotten because of your memories. Many of you forget who you are because of what you remember. So many of you forget who you are because of what you've been taught to remember. And if you could learn to forget what you remember, you will begin to remember who you are. And although that may sound contradictory to you, there is a great truth. And the process that we will walk you through today in this unremembering of being in the present moment, being free even for a glimpse of time in this present moment, to be free even for a glimpse of time in this present moment, to have that glimpse, to look through the keyhole of your consciousness and see something other than what you are so familiar with hearing in your mind and seeing in your world. They do not compare to the nature of what you are. But when you begin to glimpse and feel that which you are without thought that you've been given, without what you have been told to believe or not to believe, but to experience the nature of no thought, no mind, just being what you are. From that perspective, you move into the realm of deliberate and intentional creation. Is that not a delicious idea? That the thoughts that you have going through your mind are not you, that you can stop those thoughts, that you can be in stillness, that this world cannot disturb you nor detract from you, that capability that you innately came into this realm with. Please understand, you have capabilities beyond what you know from what you've been taught to believe. And in order to know what you do not know but what you are, you must not know what you already know to be that which you are, and to know thyself. To know thyself as thyself outside of what your mind is repeatedly telling you from what it remembers, or outside of what your mind is telling you to remember from what it's been told from the world, to be outside of what the world is constantly bombarding you with to tell you what is true or what is false, to be able to step away from all of that. Not to escape, but to step away from it, to observe it, to be unattached to what meaning and value what you've been taught to believe and what the world would have you believe, to step away from that and assess from the perspective of your being awareness, is this really representative of who I am? These thoughts, these memories, these emotions, do they truly represent this being that I am as awareness? Do what these messages and this information that I hear from these screens and these sound systems and these other people, do they represent truly who I am? Let us say this to you. We can tell you one thing of great certainty, that fear does not represent who you truly are. Fear does not represent who you truly are. Fear represents a very low vibrational expression of your being relative to what you are as a soul. Fear is an energy that was imparted to the conditions of body, to the conditions of the animal, that it might survive. You are not an animal. You are a soul, what we call a spirit of universal light. That is what you are. And in that spirit of what you are, the process of creation and freedom is natural. You are not bound by either fear, nor anger, nor worry, nor greed, nor shame. You are not bound by any of those things from the perspective vibration of who you are. Those things, again, are of the animal. or what some of you may call the animus. That is what fear and anger and all of these other things originate from, that realm of consciousness that is based in survival, not in the process of creation. You, dear, beautiful soul, are an entity of creation. You are not an entity exclusively of matter, although you use the medium of matter to acquire your full knowledge of your creative capabilities. And our goal is very simple, to give you a little glimpse through a keyhole, just a little glimpse through a keyhole into experiencing an awareness of your being as something that is independent of your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, and what the world is seeking to communicate to you as true or false. And the only way you will find freedom is in the experience of your own knowing, not even in the words that we say, as beautiful as they might seem to some of you. Even in these words, you will not find the freedom. It is in the experience of your being that the freedom that you seek is to be found. But if you were going to find it in this world, you would have found it by now. And you will find it in this world when you find it within yourself. When you are that being of freedom, then it will surely be that experience in your world. For what you are is causing the world in which you are experiencing your life. And our goal is very simple, to get you to that place of awareness where you understand what you are, that you function independently and creatively outside of what you've been taught to believe may or may not be true about yourself and this world, that you function in a place that is called eternity in the present moment, that is ever ongoing and ever free of what was and what will be, but is completely responsible for what will be and what was, but only from the perspective of being in that moment of your being free of thought, memory, and future considerations can you begin to understand what we're saying from your own experience of knowing, and not simply from the words that we are communicating to you, and then from what the world would communicate to you as well. Yes, Archangel Michael's been very strong, Nicole. Thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate that. Nicole is saying, I felt Archangel Michael. Can you please tell me from who, and do they have a message for me? A lot of what you are hearing is what you've been asking to hear from us. Continue to move gently. Again, you are seeking to align yourself to the higher vibrational nature of your being, as much as you would seek to acquire from us that wisdom and understanding that you inherently possess. We encourage you to repose yourself in the wonder of the moment that you are always free in. Begin to exercise your creative expression from the silence within you. Begin to exercise your creative expression from the silence within you. Yes. Michael's saying you will feel his energy, but not to try and define it as his energy, but to recognize the harmony, the union in vibration that exists between you and him now. There's a union vibrationally in consciousness. For example, the energy of Master Jesus and the energy of Archangel Gabriel, the energy of Nikola Tesla, the energy of these different beings are different frequencies. As you alter and change your conscious being, what you are being as an awareness, if you are closer to vibrational frequencies of love, then you will connect more with us on that frequency. If you are in a vibrational expression of playfulness, you will connect with us on that frequency, and not just us, but also those of us that are in form in this frequency, those of us that are here to love and play in this dimension as well. Understand, you are learning to harmonize your frequency so that we can commune more intimately, not from the perspective of acquiring something, but for the experience of elevating our consciousness to a greater expression of itself. We hope that you understand the nature of what we've just said. Yeah, Michael says you get it. But yeah, continue that process. Yes. So the meditation that we're going to do today is going to be focused essentially on that. Just allowing yourself to release all your thoughts, to let go of all your memories, to let go of any future considerations or concerns that you have, to let them go for just a few minutes, to give your mind and body liberation, because your mind and body bears the stress of your thoughts, because your mind and body are animals, right? They just react to stuff. And liberate your mind and liberate your body from your thoughts, your memories, and future considerations for just a minute. That's all we're going to do. It's going to be really straightforward and simple. Yes. And it really is. You've heard it said many times in this program that your breath, the breath that you can breathe, when you can make your body breathe, and any one of you can do this, anybody on the planet can deliberately do. I don't care who you are. If I said you take a deep breath, the minute you do that, the minute you tell the body to take a deep breath, you are asserting authority. You, as an awareness, are asserting authority over the matter of your body. You're asserting an authority over it. And that authority does not just exist with your lungs. Yes, I know. Sorry, there's just so much information that we want to share with you. Please understand, we are delighted at the opportunity that we have to open your eye to that which will allow you to see and know who you already are. To allow you to see and know who you already are is such a beautiful thing. It is such a wondrous thing. It is eye-opening indeed. But that process of asserting your authority over matter exclusively from the perspective of breathing, you are asserting authority over matter, the matter of your body. But that authority is not limited to your authority over your body. When you learn to assert authority over the matter of your body, you will begin to learn how to assert authority over the matter of time and space around your body, because they are not separate. Yes. Understand that when you use that authority, you are establishing authority. You're establishing a new authority over that body simply by beginning with the act of breathing. The very act of breathing is a delicious and beautiful authority that you can begin to feel. And your body and your mind will yield itself, it will surrender itself to your authority, provided your authority is a loving authority. When we ask you to breathe, we're not asking you to breathe to harm the body. When we ask you to tell your body to breathe, we are asking you to teach your body that it can trust you, that it can receive what it needs from you. Because many of you have been mistreating your bodies with things like alcohol and caffeine and things that are not good for it. And you've been teaching your body that you will do things that hurt it. And when you teach your body that you will do things that will hurt it, it learns not to trust you. But you can teach it, because it is simply an animal, you can teach it back into trust. You can love it back into trusting you by doing things that you know are right for it, what you would eat, what you would drink, and what you would do with this beautiful body, this instrument that you have to express creatively in this world. This simple act of breathing begins a process where you can have a relationship with every part of that body. The lungs, the heart, the liver, the kidneys, the nerves, the organs, the glands. You can have a very beautiful, wonderful relationship with them. And they will delight in that. And you can also not have that. You can put things in the body, you can do things to your body that will harm it and hurt it. And you will not have a very loving relationship with that body. And you will feel when your body is not feeling loved, because it will be in pain. If your body is in pain, it is not being loved. If your body is suffering, it's because it is not being loved. And there is none in this world that can love your body like you can, because there is nobody else living in your body other than you. There is no priest, no minister, no government, no doctor on this planet that can know your body as you do, for it is yours. It is yours. And your body will love you and appreciate you when you love and appreciate it. So it is very simple. What we will do with you today is to have you quite gently and easily have your body relax. Give your body permission to be still. Give your body freedom for a little while. You do this by first taking a breath. You breathe. The very act of breathing is asserting authority over body. And then you exhale that breath. And when you exhale the breath, you give your body permission to relax. It feels it. The minute you exhale from that body, it feels, it releases stress. The very act of releasing breath releases stress from your body naturally. It does this naturally. And so you take that breath, you hold that breath, and you release that breath. And as you release your breath, you give your body permission to relax. This is very simple. As you exhale, you give your body permission to relax. And this is what you'll do for just a minute. You breathe, you hold, you release, and you consciously give everything in your body permission to relax. You give your body permission to relax. It is very simple. Once the body is in a position where it is allowed to relax, it starts to change. It starts to correct. It starts to heal. It starts to repair when you give it permission to relax. That is what happens for many of you when you go to sleep at night, except for those of you that are terribly abusing your bodies with things and actions that do not support nor sustain its life throughout the day. Then it has a very difficult time, even if you put the body at rest in the evening, of catching up with the harm that you do to it. So it's very important that you begin to restrict or pull yourself away from those actions that are harming your body, so that your body can begin to do what it naturally knows how to do. But this is a very simple starting point that you can begin to teach the body to relax. We cannot make you not do what you know you shouldn't do. That is up to you to choose that. But we can certainly encourage you to the best of our ability. So let us begin now. This will take us about 5 to 7 minutes. And we just want to give you a little glimpse through the keyhole that restores peace to your body, quiet to your mind. And so when the body is relaxed, we will then have you ask your mind to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. Yes? Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes. That is not what we will be doing today, Adam. I appreciate your question. Thank you very much. You might want to ask that question on Monday. Today we are focusing on this process today. The Ascended really want us as a species to liberate ourselves from our suffering, as do the Pleiadians and many other beings, the Ascended Masters. They're really trying to get us to let go of our suffering. So let's focus on that today. That's where we are today. I thank you and I appreciate your questions very much. Again, take a slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, give the body permission to relax. Just take a slow, deep breath. Hold it for a moment. And then exhale. And just allow, as you exhale, give all the muscles in your body permission to relax. Just give them permission to relax. And then take another long, slow, deep breath. And again, as you exhale, give all the muscles in your body permission to relax even more. Give them permission. Allow them to relax. With each breath, give the body permission to relax more fully and completely. This is you as an awareness giving your body permission to relax. Give all the muscles in your face, neck, and shoulders permission to relax. Let them all relax as you exhale. Very gently, give them permission to relax even more. Take another slow, deep breath. as you exhale, again, give the muscles permission to relax, to let go, to turn loose. Give them permission. This is you asserting gentle, loving authority over your body to relax. Giving your body permission to relax. And now turn your attention to the place where thoughts and memories are in your mind, in the space of your mind. Turn your attention to your thoughts, your memories, your future considerations, and breathe into that space. Draw your breath into the space of where thought, memory, and emotion are. Fill your lungs completely as you breathe into that space. And as you exhale, allow all thoughts, memories, and emotion to ghost. Allow them to leave. Allow them to become still and quiet. Give your thoughts, your memories, your emotions permission to be still. Each breath you exhale, releasing and relinquishing thoughts, memories, and emotions. Just allowing yourself to allow the mind to be still and quiet. Even if you hear other sounds, do not let them disturb you. Just breathe slowly and deeply. And as you exhale, release all thought, memory, and emotion. Turn the volume and sound down in your mind. Turn it down to silence. Each breath you exhale now, releasing thought, memory, emotion, and future consideration. Just releasing it with your breath. Giving your mind permission to be still, to not have to think for a while. With each breath, allow your mind and body to become quieter, calmer, and more peaceful. With each breath, giving your mind and body permission to be still, quiet, open, and receptive to your awareness. Giving them permission. As you give them permission, become aware of how you as an awareness are feeling as your mind and body get quieter. Become aware of how you feel as you give them permission to be quieter, calmer, more peaceful. Each time you exhale, giving your mind and body permission to relax, to let go, to turn loose, to be open and receptive to your awareness. And as they continue to let go, just become aware of how you as an awareness are feeling as your mind and body get quieter. There's no right or wrong way, just allow it as best as you can. Giving your thoughts, memories, and emotions permission to be still, quiet, and peaceful. Give them permission to not think, to be still. You're teaching your mind and body that it's okay for them to be still, quiet, and peaceful. Nothing's going to happen. They're perfectly safe. You're beginning a process of teaching your mind and body that it's okay to be in the present moment. They don't have to worry about what was or what will be. Just be in this present moment. Now, for some of you, it may take applying this regularly and consistently, but you can learn to do this. You can teach your mind and body to be still, quiet, and peaceful. And the challenge that humanity faces is learning to teach an unruly mind and an unruly body how to be and do as you need it to. So just allow yourself to feel again how it feels to give your mind and body permission to be still, quiet, and peaceful. Be aware of how that feels. If you apply this simple formula for greater duration, you'll go into a different state of being. What happens as you begin to train your mind and body to be still and quiet is you begin to differentiate yourself from mind and body. That puts you in a position of being able to consciously and deliberately choose the thoughts, ideas that you want to create your life with. When your mind and body are still and quiet, you move into a place of what we call free will. And it's from that place of free will that you begin that process of discernment, of who you are as an entity that functions independent of thought and matter, but can influence directly the effects of your creative process over thought and matter. But in order to come to that realization, it's important you experience what it is to be able to bring your mind and your body into a state where they will serve you and not rule you. You are the master of that beautiful temple that you are in. You are not the servant of it. But you must clean the temple. You must train it to be your servant, not your master. Do not look to the world to save you. Look to yourself to do this. You are the soul. You are the solution you are seeking. And once you understand that your thoughts and your body are something that you can direct and control, then you can learn to direct and control them. That the thoughts and beliefs of the world around you do not have to direct and control you, that you get to direct and control you, is a great moment for many people to have that realization that you get to choose your own thoughts, that you get to choose your own creative process, you get to choose what it is you can manifest as your expression in this realm of time and space. We're very delighted we got to experience this time with you today. In closing, I want to say thank you to the Ascended for being present with us today. I want to thank Archangel Michael for coming through as well, and the other beings that are with us all. I also want to say, for those of you that are wanting to learn and grow beyond what you've been stuck in, that we have a program specifically designed to teach you how to not only learn to connect your guides, your angels, the Ascended Masters, and other multidimensional beings, your loved ones if you choose as well. When you understand the nature of what you are, a whole other realm of possibilities opens up to you other than the ones you've been taught to believe are true. We have our Mediumship Program, Mediumship 101 Beginner's Course, which begins on Monday. It actually begins tomorrow on Sunday, but we have our orientation in about 10 minutes from now. So I invite you, if you are interested in learning to connect to your guides, your angels, other multidimensional beings, if you're interested in learning to master the way your mind and body serve you, to learn to give direction to your life that's one of your choosing and not one that's been imposed upon you by your environment, I highly encourage you to go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and register for our Mediumship Program, which begins today and will go on for the next 9 weeks. So please take the time to go to my website and register for these courses. These courses will change your life. They are transformational. They are not something that you're going to find in any other place than right here, right now. Go to our channel. This is the only place that we advertise this other than my website. So go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, register for the course, get involved in your own evolution, become conscious and free of what the world has taught you that you're supposed to be. Become your own being. Become the awakened soul that you came here as. You came here being awakened. Do not remain asleep for the rest of your life. Come sign up for our courses today. That's Mediumship 101 Beginner's Course today. My website, williammichaelforbes.com, and you can /courses. and sign up. Do not waste your life trying to figure it out. If the world is going to tell you how you should be, come and discover it. All your answers are within you. Much love to all of you. Thank you for your time, your space, your focus, your energy, and practice this simple meditation process. It's liberating to know that you can actually teach your thoughts to be still and quiet. That you don't have to live in a body that's stressed out all the time. That you can heal your body just by teaching it to be relaxed. Yes. Wonderful. You're very welcome. Yes, I did see the question, but we'll get to those on Monday. I want to say thank you again, everybody, so much for your time and your patience, your perseverance. Again, do not waste a moment of your precious life. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, register for the courses. They will change your life because you can do it. You can change your life with the right knowledge, the right information. You can do anything with your life. Don't wait for the world to tell you who to be. You already are who you are. You just need to peel away the layers of what the world has given you. When they say peel away the layers, that's what they mean. To peel away everything the world has taught you about who you're supposed to be is not who you are. What the world has taught you about who you are is not who you are. But when you can peel away those layers, and I can assure you, in our courses and classes, you'll learn to peel away those layers. And you're going to discover the you that you already know in your heart that you are. You're not going to find it in the world. You're not going to find it in money. You're not going to find it in things. You're not going to find it in you'll find it's already within you. Much love. Have yourselves a wonderful, joyful day. Go to my website. Sign up for the courses. Much love, everybody. Bye for now.